I begin this monologue with a disclaimer. The opinions stated in the following in no way represent the opinions of Blade Radio, its staff, owners, sponsors, or listeners. These are my thoughts solely, and I accept all responsibility for them. That being said, I would like to comment on your statements of what you know to be the truth. What you know to be the truth? You go on to contradict yourself with the 3 sides to every story comment later on. I will make no such claims to the quote, truth, unquote. I am merely here to provide the second of 3 sides to the story. Now, in response to your numbered list of facts. 1. Correct. Blade is not the first online radio station. Blade as a company has never claimed otherwise. 2. Correct. Nukem is still broadcasting. While I cannot account for the actions of some of Blade's listeners, or even every single DJ that may have worked with Blade, I can say that those of us that have been around for a while do not engage in bashing any other station. Wolfie himself has requested that those of us on air not lower the station's standards to that level. On a side note, Nukem's demonic little brother, who's bashing now, Forsaken? 3. Technically correct. There is no paper trail that I know of to prove that the donations did or did not pay the bills. 4. I am known as Vegas, and I did try to stand up for the Nukem community when the split between Evil and Wolfie occurred. When Wolfie and Evil could not come to an agreement on how they could continue to work together, I tried to gracefully bow out of the situation. Evil then took it upon himself to tell the Nukem community that Nukem would not be coming back because I, DJ Vegas, was not willing to continue working for the Nukem community. And I have transcripts of these conversations I had with Evil, and I will gladly forward them to anyone who wants to see them. It's not that I didn't appreciate the Nukem listeners. I did, and honestly, I still do to this day. The fact that Nukem still has hardcore fans is a testament to their hard work. However, I signed on with Blade because of the management, not the listeners. I love every single person who has ever listened to one of my shows, whether they loved me or hated me. What I could not do was work with someone who lied to me, to my face. I'm not saying that Evil ever lied to the community, but he did lie to me. And speaking of standing up for people, Forsaken, I would like to take this opportunity to stick up for Blade and Nukem listeners. Forsaken, you bandy about the phrase, act like adults, quite a few times in your tirade. Don't you think it's about time to start treating our listeners like adults and respecting whatever choice they decide to make? And I will stand up for the people working at Blade. We are not perfect. Nobody is. But we do our best, and our broadcasts and our events testify to that. Again, I make no claims that what I am saying is the truth. Unlike you, I recognize that the truth of this situation is cloudy at best, and I am in no position to claim that I can see it clearly, as I am very emotionally invested in said situation. Remember, I was in the middle of this just as much as you were, Forsaken. 5. Here we have the 3 sides to every story comment. We heard hers, and I am providing his. That just leaves the third option. The truth of this situation may never see the light of day. I sincerely hope that it does, as there are many things I would like clarification on for my own edification. But until that happens, I can only wonder. you claim that no one can prove the, quote, lies and deceitful things, unquote, Blade has said about Nukem, Evil, and yourself. Well then, I ask you to 1, prove those things were ever actually said. 2, if they were said, prove by whom, and I'm willing to bet that if anybody ever even said these things, they are no longer associated with Blade. And 3, if you know who said what, then prove that those statements are false. Now, I'm not adding that last one maliciously, but educationally, so that you can hopefully see that in a situation like this, the burden of proof is absolutely ridiculous. In regards to your rant on what community means and how Blade enforces rules on the community, I have a question for you, Forsaken. Have you ever even listened to Blade? I have, and I have no idea what you're even talking about here. What rules? How do we tell the community what to do, or where to go, or when to be there? And what decisions are we making for anybody in the community? I am honestly confused, Forsaken. What does any of that even mean? And, to correct you, this battle has not been going on for over a year. Blade will have been in existence for 1 year this coming February, so it hasn't even been a year. Your claim that Blade started the feud is, again, a matter of opinion. As far as I can tell, and this is, again, just opinion, it was started by both parties nearly simultaneously. But that's neither here nor there. Your claim that Nukem will finish this feud is also a matter of opinion. My hope is that both sides can decide together that any continued conflict is only going to hurt the communities that we have both worked so hard to encourage. On that note, I leave you, not with a clever picture of a QQ Mia River t-shirt, nor with a carefully selected theme song, but with a simple request. Forsaken, be willing to open up a dialogue between us. Not Nukem and Blade. I know that neither Wolfie nor Evil have any desire to talk to each other, and honestly, I can't blame either of them. I'm asking for a dialogue between you and I, Forsaken and Vegas. If we want to see things change, we have to be willing to take the first steps ourselves.